SpaceX introduces new space factories launch plans. Consider yourself a truck driver who transports goods from a manufacturer to a store. But what if we told you that you needed to retrieve goods from space and bring them to Earth? Isn't it a little unbelievable? Yes, most certainly. How can someone make something in space and transmit it back to people on Earth? Sir Elon Musk, of course, is the solution. SpaceX has set new ambitions to launch space factories, which was unveiled by Elon Musk. Is he going to be able to fulfill the missions he has planned for? And are there other competing firms that want to establish a space factories as well? Let us find out as we delve deeper into the subject. Welcome to Futured, your daily dose of tech content. Today, we'll talk about Elon Musk's plans for launching the much-awaited space factories. But before getting into it, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. What's in store? So, it is expected that in early 2023, Elon Musk will deploy the world's first space factory on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rideshare flight to the low Earth orbit. So it all began when Varda, a privately held American space research company from Torrance, California, announced an agreement with SpaceX for the supply of 3 or maybe 4 Photon spacecraft, which would combine in-space manufacturing plants and assist in their transportation to orbit. Varda's ultimate objective, however, is to employ microgravity, which can only be encountered in space for long periods of time, to fabricate materials such as bioprinted organs and specialized semiconductors. Varda is now one step closer to driving commercial in-space production outside of the International Space Station, with a 120-kilogram plant expected to reach orbit by 2023. Varda's space plant will test manufacturing methods and materials for the very first time throughout the mission before re-entering the atmosphere via a deorbit maneuver. And when the first mission is accomplished, it will return the final product to Earth. New space technology. Then there will be 2 additional plants, the first of which will be operational in 2024. However, each mission will spend up to 3 months in orbit from launch to landing, allowing the module to bring back 40 to 60 kilograms of high-value manufactured materials to Earth. After its launch atop the Falcon 9, the Rocket Lab Photon will deliver this spacecraft to an operational orbit and perform station keeping. According to Varda, SpaceX's new rideshare program, the FAA's new simplified regulatory framework, and the Biden administration's executive order on the industrialization of space all favor the cost-effective access to the orbit. The commercialization of the ISS's achievements will ultimately be conceivable, allowing for large-scale space manufacturing. And to strengthen its position in the space business, the idea of Varda to commercialize on-orbit manufacture is a new space technology sector. Fundamental benefit of space factories. Varda aims to deploy its space factories to make things that will benefit from prolonged microgravity, similar to how the International Space Station's 3D printing platforms work. The space tech business will use the space environment for research and high-tech development, including high-value and super-sensitive substances like semiconductors and drugs, which are challenging to create due to gravity's material instability on Earth. The spacecraft is one of several items that will be part of the rideshare program for Falcon 9, a unique scheme that enables clients to split the expense of spaceflight. Individual customers, according to SpaceX, may launch payloads up to 200 kilos into solar synchronous orbit for as cheap as $1 million. Although the specifics of their arrangement have not been disclosed, Delayan Asparuhov, the co-founder and president of Varda Space, said that they picked SpaceX because of its cost efficiency and dependability. The corporation also opted against launching the spacecraft on a Rocket Lab Electron, despite the fact that they acquired 3 Proton satellite buses from Rocket Lab in August, even though Photon and Electron had better economics. Varda's founders expressed fear about being overly dependent on a single corporation. It might be difficult to recoup if you concentrate risk on a single provider. On the other hand, Varda Space has not ruled out the possibility of launching on an Electron in the future, nor have they decided on launches other than this initial mission. However, the company's founder said that the playing field is shifting so quickly that there may be a day when they don't launch with SpaceX on their second and subsequent missions. Varda Space, unlike communications and imaging spacecraft, does not need any particular orbit for its purpose other than low Earth orbit, making it perfect for rideshare launches. The only thing that counts is that the landing point is above the orbital inclination. The spacecraft is the first of a series that will show how to make materials in microgravity. Following an iterative method that builds on past missions' learning, the second and third spacecraft will set sail on its journey by the end of 2024. Varda also revealed in July that it had raised $42 million in Series A funding, an investment headed Khosla Ventures and Caffeinated Capital, with participation from existing investors Lux Capital, General Catalyst, and Founders Fund. It has funded over $53 million, despite the fact that the business has been given no specifics on what it would create in space. From medications to optical fiber, a variety of high-value items are listed. They do, however, desire to benefit from research conducted on the ISS. The ISS has a vast array of materials as it prepares for its maiden mission, but making materials in space is not a novel concept. The ISS has provided a stream of research over the last few decades showing that novel materials and products are possible in space. SpaceX carries hundreds of pounds of cargo to and from the International Space Station every 6 months, and Varda wants to take it a step further by sending and returning space-made items more swiftly. So how soon can we expect this? It has a 50% probability of happening within the next 6 months. But apart from all of that, what differentiates Varda from the other firms with which Musk has pledged to collaborate? Varda works within space manufacturing by concentrating on giving value to people on the ground rather than in space, and Varda will attempt to tap into incredibly huge markets on the basis of things like semiconductors, fiber optic cables, and medications. We don't have to construct the whole technological system ourselves, thus it's possible. On the other hand, Varda is developing a 3-piece spacecraft that consists of a commercially available spacecraft platform, a manufacturing module, and a heat-shielded capsule that will re-enter the atmosphere and land with the help of parachutes. In addition, the firm plans to launch and re-enter the market in 18 months to bring back roughly 100 kg of material. They also want to raise the number of employees from 16 to 40 by the time of the initial launch, and to gradually progress from low Earth orbit missions to bigger ones, as well as to more permanent orbit installations. However, SpaceX and Varda aren't the only ones planning to build a space industry. NASA also announced in 2013 that they are partnering with a specialized 3D company from space on printing in a zero-gravity experiment to see whether 3D printers can print replacement machine parts, tools, and other machinery for use aboard the ISS, and that this would be one of the first items printed in space. Isn't that a future worth waiting for? What are your thoughts on the space factories? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to never miss a video from us. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.